So last week happened, and we don't really want to talk about it, but in case you didn't see that episode, long story short, we were losing like 38-3. And as you can see, we lost 38-31. So yeah, I'm not going to say we choked because, you're down 38-3. Making the comeback's already impossible the way it is. So if you don't finish the comeback, it's like, okay, but yeah, we kind of choked, if we're going to be honest with you. Of course, we scored 28 unanswered in the second half, and then unfortunately, we're not able to answer that final time to tie it up. And honestly, at that point, I probably would have went for 2. Screw it, dude. Why even take it to overtime? Screw that. But it's still early in the season. We're 1-2. Sucks we lost 2 divisional games in a row here, but going against the Bengals, I'm sure that'll go a lot better next week. It's not like they have a really good team and made the Super Bowl recently or anything like that. But let's get right on to that because, there's no reason dwelling in the past. Of course, QB check-in. This is going to be a little harsh because it's really not on Hikaru. That blocking might be the worst I've ever seen. And I've seen the Chiefs versus Buccaneers Super Bowl. It might have been worse. I might even say it was definitely worse than that, which is insane. Oh, crap, I just blamed the quarterback. I didn't mean to do that. No, it's clearly not him. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I'm used to rebuild mode where I just, click whatever because it's almost all the same anyways. Oh, that's a mad L. Of course, Zaven Collins with the Player of the Week. Love seeing that. Makes me feel great about ourselves. Of course, numbers not looking super great to start, but Hikaru has been far from bad, so he is not going to lose the job anytime soon. Now, if he throws like 5 picks or something, then, maybe. But yeah, we did kind of bench him because Eason, it's tough because Eason actually was pretty good in, the replacement. But it's not Hikaru's fault. So I guess I'm going to retract the statement of not going to be benched anytime soon and say we're going to still give him a chance. Of course, Gabe Jackson has heard a lot of talks about, Damian Lewis potentially being traded. But honestly, when you look at the depth on this team, it would be down to Pierce if we lost Jackson. And sometimes you lose multiple linemen. So I don't feel like that's a good idea. Vanson got benched, but even then, Lucas wasn't great anyways. So it was just a hugely bad game last week. Was Mafe injured? I think he did get injured for the game, right, in practice. Can't wait to see that happen again. But, of course, let's take a look at the Bengals' injury report. They're pretty much going to have the same roster as normal, I would imagine. They're 1-2, or 2-1, so they're not like 3-0 and they're playing perfectly, but still winning games, obviously, and their backup to probably the backup to the backup running back is injured. I don't even know what rank he would be on their depth chart. But taking a quick look at their roster, Drew Lock, I'm sure he's not going to come in. Could you imagine if he did, though? Prince, I'm not sure why they would have went that high with a running back, but he does look really good in fairness. He's like a power back with tons of speed. The wide receivers are still great here. The tight end situation's not super great. How good is Delpit? Okay, I thought he was maybe like a fast guy. Left tackle solid. Left guard's okay. Center's meh. Right guard's okay. And then right tackle is amazing. Left end's okay. Right end's really good. DT's pretty solid. And BJ Hill's not a bad backup. Logan Wilson, one of the more underrated linebackers in the league. Rashawn Evans joins the team. A lot of hip power there. And a very solid-looking rookie, actually, that is pretty athletic. The outside linebacker, not great, but athletic as well. Awuzie, a very underrated cornerback. Mike Hilton, not a bad slot guy, but he's playing the number 2 apparently. And then Cam Taylor-Britt, a guy that's clearly not developing that quickly for them. Jesse Bates looks great. Von Bell looks great. And Daxton Hill is being wasted. But as a backup safety, you still probably play a ton in almost any scheme. But what we want to focus on is probably not giving up 40 points in the game because they look like they're very well going to do that. I suppose defending the short pass would make a lot of sense because we would be closer to the line of scrimmage, which would also help stopping the run more than likely. So that's just going to be our best bet. And I think we're going to get a little aggressive and throw it medium. As you can see, their run defense is kind of decent, where their pass game defense is really bad, surprisingly. And then the biggest concern with every single practice is injury report, please. Yes, finally a healthy practice. Thank you, Jesus. It's a damn miracle. Xavier Moore, one of our more favorite rookies, getting an upgrade. Playmaker gets an excel, 2 to catching, 1 to deep, 2 to medium, and a release, which is a bunch of nice upgrades as he's getting close to pretty much 70 all for the receiving numbers, but obviously his biggest asset is still obviously his speed, as he's very raw elsewhere. But speaking of raw, my booty hole after last game, so let's try to avoid that. Try to realize the situation early on, that being, last week's stats, 3 rushing touchdowns, that being if, we're struggling in the pass game hard because of pass rush, we're going to try and run the ball more. We're going to try to get the ball out quicker, and we're going to try to change things up as much as possible, double team more on the tackle spots if, the edge is getting through quickly, because honestly, the guards, they haven't been great, but they've definitely been better than the tackles so far, specifically the right tackle. So, if we need to give some help over there, we have to. That's simply put, that's the only way we're going to win. And probably avoid trying to use a running back blocker, because that just don't work. It just doesn't work, simply put. Of course, Joe Burrow, he's a great guy under pressure. Honestly, it's going to come down to trying to confuse him a little bit. It's not going to be able, we're not going to be able to really blitz him too much, but if we throw him for a loop, come away with some exotic blitzes, maybe we trick him. I don't know, but it's going to take a lot to try and beat this team, as they have an insane offense, and they have quite a bit of playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. It's just take care of the ball and adjust as quickly as possible to any situation. I actually don't even know who their kick returner is. I wonder if Evans would have actually been the returner. Delpit, the rookie wide receiver, is going to be their guy. And he's going to get a little bit of a return down to the 29-yard line to start it out. Let's take a look at Joe Burrow's numbers here. See if he's having himself a decent start. They're 2-1. That's not bad. Of course, they're in the AFC, so probably some tough matchups. Pretty good season so far. I wish those were what our numbers look like. Flip the touchdown to pick ratio there, and maybe it's looking a little bit closer. All right, they look like they want to throw something quick to the left side early here. And they're going to go for a screen with Porter all over it, picking off the very first play of the game, and running into the end zone is the rookie. Barely getting through the blocks. Joe Burrow, there's pressure because it's a screen, obviously. And a very bad mistake early on, and really lucky to not get called for a late hit. I don't think he brought him all the way down. Joe Burrow sells that, and they probably get away with a terrible interception for a touchdown. Thankfully, he didn't. And we're going to take the lead with 9 seconds to start the game. Actually, he did go down. I'm really surprised they didn't call that. Look. He did let him go. He didn't, drive him into the ground. But still, that is so late. Porter's been making more plays each week so far. And I, for one, have been loving it. 1st and 10. And, ooh. Oh! Another pick! Sidney Jones with an interception this time. Maybe Joe Burrow can't handle the heat. He's already thrown 2 picks in the first 2 plays. I haven't changed a single slider. That's just a terrible decision. Across his body, late on the curl, and with pressure in his face. Hikaru, maybe not playing well statistically, but hasn't done anything as bad as what Joe Burrow has done in this game so far. Oh my god, it's been that bad? Okay, we need to have, the craziest, greatest comeback season of all time. And we're going to have to take the sack there. I didn't know if he was going to win. Awuzie was doing an okay job of shading Noah Fant there. We obviously just didn't have enough time to step really even in. Probably should have done something, though. But regardless, 2nd and 19. We're not going to go away with the run game just because it's really long. If we can get closer for a field goal, I think it's worth it, as Kenneth Walker turns a really bad situation into a gain of 4. As I got to say, really bad situation is there should have been blocks for days. They really just weren't ready to stop the run, because why would you? 2nd and 19, who expects a run there? And we're barely going to get enough time to get it to Walker, who's going to fight but gain nothing, and gains 2. Of course, Trey Hendrickson is a very good pass rusher. I did change the sliders. I upped them about 5 for pass blocking, but holy crap. Of course, it doesn't really help that Hendrickson is really far out there, and Walker kind of gets in the way a little bit, which gives him a little bit of an edge. And if I had a little bit of time there, I maybe am able to wait to see if Fant gets open. I can't tell if, Awuzie was going to give it or whatnot, or that even is Awuzie. I think everyone's Awuzie, and it is, I guess, to be fair. Not a great drive, obviously, but not a turnover. And assuming Myers hits it, because he's a god, It's still points. We'll take it. Bruh, I literally accidentally simmed one. No, I didn't actually sim. It was a kick return touchdown. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was a 101-yard passing touchdown. What does that even mean? Wait, they gave credit for Joe Burrow? Oh, no, it's an interception for a touchdown. I forgot. My bad. I'm stupid. I'm blind. Delpit, 101 yards for a touchdown. That dude gets a kick return touchdown in sim? God, we're exposing how bad sim is every day. He doesn't have the talent for that. Like, I don't even remember the last time a slow player has returned a touchdown, you know, a kick for a touchdown in real life. Like, does it even happen? I don't think it does. Like, it just doesn't happen, you know? A regular kick return touchdown for 101 yards, I don't think anyone under, like, 93 speed has gotten a kick return touchdown of that length. And there's just nobody open. I'm glad the ball was trash. Right? I mean, we even ran the double drag, dude. Maybe we just trust Metcalf with the streak. That's kind of what got us in a good situation. Oh, there he is. There goes Metcalf. Nice play down to the 44-yard line. Don't press him, dude. Even if you have safety help, you better hope your safety's ready and prepared, because he'll turn it into a good situation. Wow, I hate this audible. That audible sucks. Inside handoff as Walker is going to truck through a guy, gains about 3. It's absolutely hammered. Of course, last week, not bad yet again. And as we can see with the numbers on the season, pretty much averaging about 100 yards a game. Maybe slightly under. But hey, it's not really much you could do about that. Pre-snap, you can see that he's done for. And that is going to be tough. But, man, we are getting crushed. I mean, this pressure has been almost instant, Like I said, the guards have played well, but I can't really double, like, pre-game or pre-snap even. You're thinking, okay, you can double Hendrickson, but obviously you can see there Hubbard was able to make a play. And that is a nice, quick, decisive read to Fant, who gets hit but gains a lot of yards. And even though that kick return was a fluke, I still think it's probably the right call to go for it here. Pre-snap, we're looking at the inside zone, but I have no idea, and I really should. No idea what ability Reader has. I'm going to just double him and hope for the best. And there we go. I mean, and of course, I'm holding right bumper as soon as we get in trouble, and then I hit X, but by the time I even hit X, the ball's just out. Just when you thought, hey, they converted. They actually did the right thing and succeeded. It just doesn't work. And we need Brooks to get in there. We can't be waiting for Woolen to get up there, you know? Of course, Joe Mixon's career or season numbers not looking as good technically as Kenneth, but definitely going to be catching up after a game like last week. Question, though, becomes, can Burrow complete a pass to his own team? And, I mean, you thought I was joking. It's not really his fault on that. That should have been caught, but... and with this being a run, it might not be. Barton, good hit, but a first down, gain of 4. Get Adams close to the line of scrimmage. Kind of creeping a little bit. And he does, and he's going to get a lot of yards to the tight end. Gaining 15 yards on the play for a first down. All of that ruckus, all that commotion early on, basically for nothing, as they're driving down to likely at least tie the game. And outside, Mafe, no! Good job by Brooks to follow through and, you know, allow like a loss of like a yard or two, but come on. Allow a loss. Burrow up the middle is going to hand it off, and good teamwork as we're only going to give up 3. Kind of forcing Burrow to throw, and I mean, weirdly enough, that's kind of been something we want them to do. Use the safety, bring him down a little bit, and we step up right. But sadly, the running back's going to find some room. He's breaking tackles at Oliver with the hustle of a lifetime, gaining about 16 yards, but still brings him down. First down to Prince, the running back. I didn't even see what the blitz was like, but it sure as hell didn't seem to work, as that took a long time to develop, and they still got it. Sidney, oh my God, I thought he was just going to juke us out of our shoes and score. Sidney Jones gets beat, but takes him down to the 10, which is a bit of a tough spot to score, so we're going to trust a little bit of man coverage. I mean, we have the matchups across the board, but having the matchups and actually winning them is another thing. We got to help him a little bit. That is really good coverage by us, and a good try by the tight end, but the throw leads him out of bounds. They're stacking hard, so we're stacking hard on the inside from the 10. Joe Mixon likely to get the ball, does not, and that is a burning sensation coming from my rectum again for 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, as Chase torches Woolen off the line. And obviously we're pre-snap reading an inside throw, so we try to go with the shade inside and it just doesn't work. I mean, you could see here that Woolen has him super inside. I mean, I guess you could see a stutter step, maybe fade or something like that, but he's just gone. I mean, what is Woolen doing? He's not covering anything in that situation. In this situation, he's not covering a soul. The out, the in, the streak, everything's open. All right, looking for quick reads again. We do go low, and a really good throw, really good catch. Gaining about 8 on the play. I don't want to just stick to, like, the run when it's 2nd and 2, but, like, we literally need every first down we can get. And we're holding right bumper right away, so it's going to be a tough habit to get into, but we have to get into it to protect this damn football. It's 1st and 10. I'm not saying this is the shot play to go for, but... And there goes Moore inside. A nice catch to the 40. That man can cover a lot of ground quickly, and that's the type of talent we need on this team, especially with this offensive line struggling. Of course, looking at the first quarter, I mean, it's very even. The score is close, and realistically, they're lucky. They're lucky to even have that score. A lucky kick return touchdown. Inside handoff. I mean, they don't have the greatest D-line in the world. They have enough talent there, probably. Nice. Elton Jenkins doing a pretty good job there. Still only a 4-yard gain, as I believe Logan Wilson on the play brings us down. Going to go for some more short plays. The safety looks like he is going to come down, but they got so much talent at that safety spot. And there goes Walker. Ball is perfect and cuts it for a gain of about 11. Bit better of a drive. I feel a little bit better about it so far. Oh, that's a touchdown, and instead it's picked. Kenneth Walker's open for a touchdown, and of course, we don't see him right as we're throwing a Lockett as we feel the pressure. Kenneth is so open. In fairness to my read is that I'm going to assume he's going to follow the wheel, and he just doesn't. It's a good play by the defender, but man, that's tough. And of course, if it's a 50-50 ball, you know where that's going to go. I mean, this should be literally a 50-50, and because they're colliding, it should probably be dropped. Instead, it's suction for a number 11. 11th pick of the season for the rookie, and once again, like 90% of them aren't his fault. Oh, wow, we got destroyed. Adams getting pummeled on the route, but of course, delivering a pummeling hit after the fact, but still huge first down. Obviously, Boyd is a very good route runner, very good slot receiver, and Adams is a little bit more bulky. He's a little bit more of an enforcer, if you will. 1st and 10, down by 4 already, despite the start we had, and there is nobody in sight. They give us the wrong player, so we miss, but thankfully Jamal Adams is there, but still a massive first down, putting them on our side of the field once again. Of course, Joe Burrow not really having to throw too much, but did have a really bad start. Come on, get out there, boys. Joe Mixon slipping off of another tackle, but still ultimately loses a yard. It's like lose 10, lose 1. Gain 10, lose 1. It's like back and forth. There's no consistency. Oh, that's not really our fault. It's, choose one, and I'm always going to go for the faster player every time if I had to pick one. 3rd and 4, Barnes with a really good press, but the tight end, and they switched to the wrong guy again. The tight end wide open, Hayden Hurst, first down again. We have come away from the blitz a little bit, but we are trying to mix it up. Man, they got a lot of superstars though. Jesus. Trying to mix it up a bit. And that is Jamar Chase, who's going to outrun the angle and score his 2nd touchdown of the game. Another gritty, another lonely night in the bathtub for me with my friend Toasty. Man, it's tough. Their defense is locking us up. Their offense is smoking us now. The only touchdown we have is, realistically, the only points we have, because the field goal was a short field situation again, is the defense. It's been tough out here. You have to make every read perfect, and even then, we barely have enough time to throw. Sliding the protection right with Kenneth Walker as a blocker. And Metcalf, nice catch to the 42-yard line. Just brutal because, he's not really played badly, but still 8 for 10, 1 interception. Inside, Noah Fant, trucking nicely, gains about 7. It could come to a time, though, where, we decide, hey, screw this. Elton Jenkins is our right tackle. We're not messing around anymore, Inside handoff. Not really a whole lot of help, but Walker will gain enough for the first. Double move inside for the tight end. And honestly, instead of going inside with Moore, we're going to cut to the out, in which he will be open, and he will gain about 6 or 7. They're really keying in on the deep play. What do you want me to do? Maybe on this play they're not, though. Lockett does have a chance. And there goes Arcega-Whiteside. That is a tough throw with the pressure, and Arcega-Whiteside takes it to the 8. A 33-yard catch and run down inside the goal line now. Can Kenneth Walker close out for a touchdown? And he will not even have the chance as we gain barely back to the line. Arcega-Whiteside, he has a really good route, but does have a really good player on that corner spot as well. And that's tough, but Kenneth Walker adjusts. Holy. Perfect throw by Hikaru, and we get on the board with an offensive touchdown for once. We're running out of time, and everyone was pretty damn covered. Running back peels out late on the block and release, and we score. And he's not even going to have a chance to return it this time. Number 86 returning kicks. When has that ever gone well, Joe Mixon. For a second, I was like, okay, I didn't think he was having that good of a game, but of course, that was his season. We've done an okay job. We've done an okay job against Joe Mixon, and we've obviously mixed it up a little bit and caused some problems for Joe Burrow, but it's a very high-scoring game, both sides so far, and we got to keep up with them as Joe Mixon, we're just talking about doing a good job on him. Jamal Adams not letting him go anywhere further. And there goes more blocking. He himself isn't killing us, but obviously he's finding some lanes here that are insanely open. Oh, we just missed that hard. Nice hit, but a first down again. Thought he was going to cut across the middle, and as soon as he stopped, it was just like, ah, damn, dude. Nice pop, though. All right, boys. You guys are all athletic enough. It's just a question of, do you have the smarts? And Nwosu! Tell me that's an illegal touch and not penalty on us. It is. Whoo! I actually thought Sidney Jones had a chance at a pick there. Of course, it's only a loss of down, which is stupid. Nwosu finally getting there, but that should probably be a yardage penalty, no? Really good catch by Mixon, though, to keep the feet in bounds as well. But, if you're out of bounds first and you're, your teammate's about to get picked, you can literally still swat it and you just lose the down. Why wouldn't you, try to go for the ball? Oh, nice hit by, who the hell actually was that? Barnes? Might have been Barnes. 2-minute warning. This is a massive play. They're on the cusp of maybe not, especially with the wind going against them slightly, being able to hit a field goal. And if they continue to drive, they might be able to clock us to have the final drive of the game here, the half. And pressure, but Sidney gets beat by T. Higgins. You had to bring the blitz. If it's a run, which be very unlikely, you stop that. And once again, even though Joe Burrow is usually good against the blitz, we've stopped him pretty well this game. Double move's not working, or it is working. That's the problem. And Joe Burrow cannot get that curl route out in time, even though he was really open out the gate. So I'm a little surprised he didn't make that play. Porter, who has a pick 6 in this game, going to be really big on this curl potentially because they love those curls, and we can't get over the middle. A huge hit! Fumble! Brooks is running! And we try to make a play. Oh my, Joe Burrow is pissed. That is like a grown man tackle right there. Been hitting him hard most of this game. And Jamal gets the cleanest look he'll ever get and absolutely clears him. And of course, the ball kind of gets kicked, but Brooks barely get in. As honestly, I thought Chase is going to be the one to pick that up and maybe score that. I wish Sidney Jones would have got out there for the block, but hey, a stop like that, pretty much, a forced turnover like that is massive. It's massive. Moore taking a shot deep, I would imagine. Actually, I don't know if he is. What the hell even is this? I don't even know who's running what. And he's so open. Oh, I needed... Throw it away. I needed him to run with me. I should have motioned him. We had to run quickly. More did get open, but we had to go instantly. I'm going to have Walker come across here. And that is a really good time ball. Lockett kind of gets popped. Call a timeout here. Pressure's a real B word, let me tell you. Let me tell you. And that is a tough one for Metcalf. Finally, a proper 50-50. Even though, honestly, on that one, that was the one they actually probably had slightly advantage. It actually goes our way. Thank you. I appreciate it. And Metcalf again, who could score. He's slipping, but goes out of bounds to the 19. Really starting to change the way we use Metcalf. Which is, ironically enough, probably the way everyone should use a guy like him. We should have taken Fant. However, man, that's a pretty tough throw. Metcalf does get open, but that throw is nearly impossible. I mean, for the majority of the league, let alone a rookie. Of course, I don't want to go 5 wide because we do have plenty of time to still run it, so I don't want to give up that illusion. And this is a tough throw, but he's so open, it's not a tough throw at all. All we had to do is wait. Fant, is that the Macarena? Oh my god, a backflip? What's even happening at this point? Stepping up in the pocket confidently, and of course, right past Logan Wilson for another touchdown on offense. I'm so proud. I risked it. I simmed the kickoff. Thank God they didn't score. First and 10 for the 25-yard line. Joe Burrow and company. Are they even going to try anything? He does have the quick throw to the outside, but it's a little bit late. And once again, he has to get that out there a little bit further because it's late. As we were creeping. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm a professional creeper, but, you know, I know some bushes. Oh, can't get back there. Barnes with a really good read on the play. And a situation where if, you know, this run is actually a run, we'll have a timeout and a little bit of change to work with. Not much, but a little bit. As Brooks does a really good job. If we didn't cut that out, we would have been screwed. If we would have ran up the middle and assumed that he was going to take that lane, we would have been done for. But we played it hesitantly, seen that outside lane break free, and we're like, you know what? If he runs into the pile, sure, there's no one that's free, but it's going to be impossible for him to get through there cleanly, and we made an amazing play, which is going to lead to us having the ball rather than them still trying to score. Of course, trying to get down quickly is there really wasn't a whole lot of room to work with. One timeout, 23 seconds, a chance. A chance to put up even more points. Metcalf on that double. Kind of want Walker to wheel, and then a slant from Lockett. And wow, that's a really bad throw. I mean, that gets us like 6 or 7 yards, but more importantly, just in general, you know, missing those types of throws, the confidence just goes down the drain for everyone involved. The route runner, the quarterback, the coach, the everything. And there we go. That's a better throw. And, of course, we will have to call a timeout from the 47 if we can get like an out route or something. Myers got the leg with the wind in his favor here. Noah Fant, I mean, that is a tough one. Under center is also a tough call. And that's a tough throw, and that's just way overthrown. 64-yarder. I mean, he could probably have a chance at it, but I'd want to do a little bit more for him if we could. If that's okay with everyone. I actually like this. This is like a double whammy. Oh my god, Kenneth, please get out! And he gets 3 yards. He changes a 64-yarder to a 61. It's at least doable. I mean, I like that. There's a little bit of wind to that angle. Uh-oh. Looks pretty good. Do we have the distance? And we do! Myers, dude. The best kicker in the league, honestly, if you look at last year to this year. I mean, probably very close to at least. 27-21. That is relentlessness. Like we said, when the situation, we got to run the ball more. It really hasn't worked out well, but that is how we win games. You know, if the situation isn't perfect, it isn't looking good, and something is beating us, adjust. You know, we've been adjusting to the defense all game long, and wow, Davis Mills. Of course, the Cardinals team seems to be on a tear here, but Davis Mills, that is terrible. And we get the ball to start the second half. I mean, this is an inspiring game right now. Just got to hold on, which, I mean, 6 points isn't a huge lead, but doesn't take much to keep scoring here. course, looking at Kenneth Walker's numbers again. I wish they would show Hikaru. Obviously, it'd be nice to get some touchdowns for Kenneth, but one more passing touchdown for Hikaru, and he actually gets his freaking scenario, which I didn't even think was even a chance to get. I don't know about this. Oh, my God. How does he... Like, if you looked at tape from us, you would have seen us, like, never run a screen to wide receivers ever. Yet, apparently, when we will finally run one, they can see it, they can read it. Come on, bro. Come on. Huge gain for Kenneth Walker there when it really didn't look like there was much to go on. Wiggle from Fant. Don't feel great about it, but anything to get Kenneth free. And that's a tough throw, but it's a dot! Huge throw and really good catch by Kenneth Walker on that one. Kenneth's been a bit of a sus master when it comes to the receiving game, but that was a beautiful play. 1st and 10 to the outside. Kenneth using that speed. Going to try to power through. Gains about 6. Trying to get Kenneth Walker involved a lot, and we might give him a break after this, but run up the middle. Kenneth is fighting, but is going to be short about a yard. Ahmed, the guy you don't really see too much because, I mean, really, Kenneth Walker is just the dude. Up the middle, and Ahmed, look at that speed. Turns it into a 3-yard gain on a super cutback. Jet sweep. We actually gained a few yards on the last one we did with Xavier Moore. Let's try it again from the 31-yard line. And a bit of room. Lockett misses everything, and there's a flag on the play. As if we were holding from the offensive line when the play is gone. Like, who are you blocking? It was Lockett, the trash can who missed. Got a little bit of in motion. I think it is probably going to be a throw to someone in the backfield here. Fant. Wow. Fant just got killed by Daxon Hill. I can't believe he even reacted to it, let alone, got there and hit-sticked him. Jeez. Metcalf's not that open, but he's open enough. And he holds on to the jump ball. Perfect throw to Worley where, I mean, unless the cornerback grew a couple of inches, only he could get it. Little bit of a wobbler, but it gets there perfectly, and it's up there. It is up there. Beautiful play. You gotta like the utilization of Metcalf this season. And I couldn't tell for sure, but I did think it was what is it called? Hilton, and it was. So, I mean, the matchup is there. And that's going to be intercepted. Oh, my God. Hikaru! Just when things are going well, you miss a throw that badly. I mean, pre-snap, when you have this bunch look, it's going to be so hard to stop Lockett. And sure, he gets bumped a little bit, but that's a touchdown. You hit this throw, that's a touchdown. I mean, even if it's slightly behind him, it's going to get, at least down to the 1 or the 2. And the ball is just so poorly thrown, dude. I mean, everything was perfect. It was a bit of a longer drive on top of it. And, of course, now, still 6-point game and huge gainer to the outside as Adams going to take him down, but not until a gain of 19. Come on, Hikaru. We were looking so good. It would have been 3-to-1 touch on a pick ratio, and now it's 2-to-2. Way to go, man. Way to go. Nice spin move by Davenport, but he gets regathered. Really good coverage by Brooks, especially since it was another wide receiver. But guys are very sure-handed. This Bengals team has got some hands. Diggs stepping up just in case it's a run. And we're going to blow it up, drop back because it's an actual throw. And it takes an effort of the team. And Oliver, the greed master, the lineman, makes a mistake. Touchdown defense. Player of the game, Ed Oliver. You literally, I mean, he's player of the week. He fumbled a guy, recovered it, and scored a touchdown. Look at him running, too. He's running half the team. That is absurd. Oh, my God. You see Ed Oliver out the gate of the play, too. Relentlessness, though, gets absolutely crushed. Gets back up, though, and Wosu's selling so damn hard. Oh, my. But Burrow, and then, of course, the ball just gets kicked up. At first, I was like, wow, Brooks, or Ed Oliver is so greedy. I don't know what the hell Flowers did, though. Do you, forget who had the ball? What even... And even there, he was still reacting. You have a receiver, Chase, I believe, 50 yards down the field running full blast while the damn guard is making a mistake. Eric Flowers, dude. That is a sell. Corner shot. Potentially they want us to go for 2. And that's a tough one. And wow, really good coverage by Logan Wilson. I wanted to make Noah Fant's route a little bit more interior because of that. It's a really good throw by Hikaru, but sadly Logan Wilson just barely gets a piece of it, but still going to be up by 12 with plenty of time, sadly, to come in and back in this game if you're them. Okay, I can maybe see it. I can maybe see it. Holy crap, okay, relax. To the 42-yard line, stopped by number 42, Porter, who's, kind of just fallen asleep since that play earlier. Obviously, he's in maybe a third of the plays, but hasn't done anything since. Not that he really needs to, as pressure is not going to get there. Huge shot to the knees, but Chase to the 19. It's been a bit of a battle. Cincinnati's going to try and quickly reclose the lead to one possession. Wosu having a pretty good day, though, against their new tackle, who's pretty decent. Really good wrap-up by Brooks, gaining about 5. Time to tighten up, boys. Tighten up, boys. Okay, it's questionable. For the 14-yard line, bringing a little bit of heat. The tight end's actually covered, not the other tight end, and they're going to get down to the 4. We got players in. We got some players in. And the fullback's going to get the ball. They have a bit of a seal. And arf to the 1. Because of the seal. Yep, I said it. I did it. I feel great about it. Northcott actually body blocks with his booty. That booty don't quit, baby. And look at him show it. He reminds you of Sid from freaking Ice Age. Look at that booty. It don't quit. And Barton comes in and they're back to the 1. There's no way. That is hilarious. Oh, false start. They're falling apart here. And, of course, this is 4-down territory, in my opinion. Maybe things do change a little bit because of the penalty. But before that penalty, I mean, it was 4 down. We're gonna come with the press. Oh, come on. We can't be giving up Chase that easily. Barton's got to drop, man. Touchdown number 3 for Chase. Barton, I'm not sure what he's covering here, as he doesn't even jump on the tight end. This is perfectly covered. I will say the boundary corners need to do something. Like, they're literally over there covering nobody. But this is really covered, well on that right side. Barton has to cover 2 receivers there, but they're both running into the same spot. Just drop back. Big kick return touchdown. Good throw to Chase. Another good throw to Chase. And just like that, they're only down by 5. We're going to try to return a kick now. And, I mean, get about 22. Running to the right here. Kind of don't even like this anymore. Oh, God, whatever. We're going to take it. And Reader, man. I even ran away from Reader. We flipped the play because we didn't want to go next to him. Don't get me wrong. It's probably not a great decision anyways, but, man, really. And there goes Metcalf. It's not even his, play. It's supposed to do a deep in, but when you're not open off the snap, you kind of have to be thrown to, right? Of course, this has been a pretty bad game for Kenneth Walker running, but they have dared us to throw, and so far it's actually kind of worked. Kenneth trying to find that little crease to the left, but once again, going to gain next to nothing. This could be a big play for Lockett. I mean, maybe not big, but it's a quick throw to Lockett, and there's nobody on him as we expected pre-snap. He slips off of a tackle, gets to the 45-yard line, 14-yard play, and a first down. Stretch look. They do look like they have everyone on the wrong side, but Hendrickson is he's far out there. And like we said, you had Rashaan Evans on the inside. He couldn't really cut it back too far. And they are kind of ready. I mean, skinny post. I really don't like post at all. There goes Kenneth, though. Really normally pretty bad in the receiving game, but come up with some big ones in this game. Gains about 8 on that. Headed to the 4th quarter. In position and make this at least an 8-point game. Shovel option from the 37. 3rd down. Pitch out there. I need the quarterback to help, though, and he doesn't. The play's not over just because you pitch it, Hikaru. Not a bad play by them, though, and it's going to force us to a field goal. Maybe read it wrong, as you do have the guard in there, and I just didn't trust the throw. Should have threw that inside over to Ahmed, but I mean, on this look, right when I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, we can get this. All we have to do is have Kenneth run far left, but of course, the ball, it makes him spin. Of course, his catching is just tragic. Like, he has to double catch almost every single pass. But Myers, who is a god, will put up another field goal, making it an 8-point game like we said. They start out with a nice first down to the 38-yard line. First and 10 again. Not again, I don't know what I'm saying, but, you know. I guess it is first down again since it started with first down. We got it for, you know, don't correct me. Huh? Of course, Joe Burrow really turning this one around for himself as obviously he started this one off horrendously. We step up. Brooks takes the shot to Woolen, and Woolen bodies him up for the pick. It's been some time. Fallen off a little bit, it seems. Of course, back in action, gets the pick. And that could be the game. We'll see. Joe Burrow, we were just talking him up about how he's turned it around, and I get it. Chase is your guy, but Woolen's is our guy. And I don't know if you ever want to go against our guy. I'm just going to be honest. First and 10 from the 28-yard line, and finding a little crease. Nice power move to gain about 4.5. Once again, what a dream that would be. What about Metcalf, actually? Ooh, yeah. I mean, I don't want to just, like... We're just going to run it, actually. I don't want to lose his in the zone because we could use it in, like, a clutch moment. Kenneth Walker spinning after not finding the room to the right. You know, we could absolutely use that in a clutch moment. Oh, here it is. Not saying this is, like, the clutchest moment, but this could be a big play. And he's open! Metcalf slightly underthrown. Fight Metcalf. Damn. One-on-one again. Jesse Bates wins it, but... to the 27, off the line. Is he unguardable? I get it. In this situation, you probably do want to press, but, like, one-on-one, where's the safety help? As Kenneth's going to reach the ball out and be very close to a first down. That's good. Not trying to, like, stat pad him or anything. Oh, try to get him to 100 per game, but, you know, he's starting to heat up a little bit, and this is the time to run the ball. Up the middle, Kenneth finding some room, fighting hard, gains about 7. Pitch play to the right. Does not seem good to me, and I am not going to be throwing up a jump ball to Metcalf, as Walker's just going to pretty much have to take the L based on the play call. We have Ahmed as the fullback on this play, trying to throw them off, maybe thinking it's a pass or something, get them off guard, but they seen it coming. Maybe not the play you would run at this depth, but more could be open. And we're going to take the sack instantly. Oh, my. Right tackle died, but of course, holding on to the ball tightly, and it will still lead to a field goal. It's up, it's good, and that might be the dagger. Of course, there's still a lot of time left, but they obviously cannot turn the ball over again, and they will need to make a stop, or depending on the time, get the onside kick. All right, boys, if there was ever a time to come away with a turnover, Forsage, here it is. And Wosu trying to make the cut inside, and Barnes all over it. Doesn't bring him down, but slows him down, and of course, doesn't let him out of bounds. That's the important part, as they are going to be kind of hurrying up here a little bit. 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Porter going to kind of get handled, but Wosu doesn't let him in. Of course, they're trying to, like, hey, going to get a free set of downs, and even that's not guaranteed. The rookie Davenport. Bull rush kind of working. He kind of gets stood up. Pressure! And what a catch by freaking... is that a fumble? By Taj Boyd. One-on-one. Cindy Jones, who already has a pick this game and came away close with another one. Almost had one there. That would have been the game. Instead, they're moving still. Quick throw underneath. Brooks can't get over there. And about 9 yards for T. Higgins. 2nd inches, maybe a little bit of an L to bring more bodies, but they have liked to run in this situation, so that's what we're going to be doing, is protecting that. And curl route's open to the left. We drop back with Brooks, and it's just going to be a coverage sack. Joe Burrow's got to know better to get that out, though. Come with the DB blitz. Well, linebacker blitz as well. We're just coming with a blitz, all right? Relax. It's a blitz. That's all you need to know. That was a really good press, and he just forces it under pressure, and Diggs is going to dive for that. And we have no safety help over there as we ran press man, and then we brought Jamal for a blitz, and he just got that out quickly. Found the man on 4th down, and there goes. Oh, nice spin by Jamar. all the way to the 12. They're moving. They're moving. They're inside the red zone now. We're getting locked up on the block. There goes Nwosu, and Joe Burrow never sees him. They're still hurrying up. They're trying to save that timeout in case the onside kick doesn't work. And it won't matter as Brooks forces the fumble, recovers it, and calls game. The big boy Slater is in now. Or not. It's apparently Ahmed. I wanted Slater in, but I guess it's Ahmed. And a hold. Nice. That's great. Brooks with 2 fumble recoveries in this game. Obviously, they got leveled quite a bit over the middle, especially to wide receivers. And, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. What can I say? You're going to get hit big. You're going to fumble big. And look at Slater. That looked like a face mask. Would have loved a little bit of help on that one, but a gain of 3 for Slater, who got tackled behind the line of scrimmage pretty much. Ahmed on the handoff up the middle again. He is going to gain about 3 himself. They're just being petty right now. That's all we can attribute that to. They're just being petty. And Carr isn't have to throw this away. He's never going to have a chance. A lot of yards, but still a couple of interceptions we'd have liked to get rid of. And also didn't get his 3 touchdowns, but is going to come away with a win. And I think everybody involved would rather have that. Man, Kalen Barnes really sucks on special teams. Let me tell you. Kobe Bryant did a really good job there, but I mean, you still see Kalen Barnes, the speedster, still trying to fight his way out of the freaking block. That's a really good jump by us. Brooks, another fumble. Jesus, these hits. They've been insane. Like, I can't even say that we need to change the fumble sliders because, like, I mean, look at these hits. I mean, that is a killing hit. I mean, look at that. I mean, literally dies, dude. Like, looks like he's doing, like, freaking Smooth Criminal. Doing the old moonwalk. Might even blitz a Brooks here if the running back decides not to go. And he will not. We kind of get locked up, though. Diggs in coverage. To be honest, how the hell did he not catch that? That would have been a crazy one because, I mean, he's a big guy. He would have got to the 5 before being contact. He might have been able to stiff arm his way into the end zone. Joe Burrow on a Hail Mary just kind of seems wrong. I mean, is he coverage with Brooks and almost picked by Kobe. That is a mad L on that play. Not that it would have mattered because it's a long shot to win anyways, but our second win of the season, putting us back at 500, beating an elite team like the Bengals. Once again, they did a pretty good job of kind of correcting their mistakes, but we also were able to correct our in-game errors, and you know, we turned them into positive plays, and ultimately we're able to play a better game of football, and we ended up winning because of it. You know, we had a couple of pick sixes. You can't really count on those all the time, but I mean, Hikaru outplayed Joe Burrow in a tougher situation, without a doubt. Way more pressure, less openings, and a worse run game. As I mean, the blocks just weren't there. We ran the ball a lot with Kenneth, but 20 for 61, it just ain't going to work. Metcalf, though, 6 for 161, which is amazing. Kenneth Walker in the receiving game was really good, though. Chase killed us with 3 touchdowns. Moore had a couple of catches. Lockett was okay. Fant had a couple of plays. You know, Arcega-Whiteside, he was okay in the blocking game, and, of course, he had himself some openings. Pass rush, not actually terrible, though. And Nwosu with 2 sacks. Sack for Oliver. A couple sacks for them, obviously. We had a couple of picks. A couple of touchdowns on defense was nice to see. Kicking, Jason Myers absolutely killed it. It's 4 for 4. I mean, long kicks as well. Like, I don't remember if any of them were short, were they? No, one of them was. One of them was 40 to 49, but 3 50-plussers, which is amazing. We also hit all of our goals except for the +3 passing touchdowns, which would have been nice. Got some upgrades here, though, which is nice. Boy, Mafe, 77 overall. Let's see what that finesse do. 2 to finesse, like to see it. He's always injured and doesn't really seem to make too many plays, which is kind of sad, but obviously we're not giving up on him yet as he has the most potential of all of our pass rushers, really. And Nwosu now with 85 finesse, but he's obviously getting up there, so it's getting harder and harder to upgrade him. And then Ed Oliver, who had himself a pretty good game, is going to get another power upgrade. Could get him to 85 plus. And it will easily, as he's now 86 power move with these 2 upgrade points. Or not upgrade points, but ability slots. 61 points. We have it on slower for franchise staff. So, yeah, we're not sure where we can get with 61 points. Maybe 1 or 2 upgrades. We'll do that at some point, I imagine. And then let's talk about this quarterback thing. And they have the game set out to be okay, but it's a pretty good game. It's still a good game. 5 medium and deep accuracy for next game. We'll take that. That's a win. Wonder if we would have actually got it. Would that have been like +5 permanent? That would have been sick. I don't even know if that's possible. But going against the Giants next week, obviously if we can beat a team like the Bengals, we'll probably lose to a team like the Giants. It's just how it makes, that's how it ends up being. Of course, the division is still pretty damn competitive at this point. And then we replay the Niners for a chance to equalize the series or get swept, which would be really bad. But regardless, a win against the Bengals is a mad win, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. And speaking of a mad win, it'd be a mad win if you maybe left a like, and if you're new, maybe subscribed. If you made it all the way to this point in the video and you're not subscribed, I mean, come on, do me a favor. Like, come on, man. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support. Maybe follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays, for non-Madden content. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, which are pretty much daily, see ya!